Ladies and gentlemen, we have a big week for AMC, especially with them closing at about $7, sitting in this area right now. We do have the writer's strike that's currently happening in Hollywood that could be nearing an end. In addition, you have the SEC that has charged Citadel, we'll be talking about this, for violating order marketing requirements in regards to short selling. And with AMC down about 90% in the last year, the question is this really in a buy the dip situation, especially after all the liquidity that AMC raised, or is this company going to be doomed in the future, possibly facing bankruptcy? A lot of people are taking the bet that Taylor Swift can come in here, sweep AMC off its feet, especially with its pre-sale ticket records before October 13th, when the Eras Tour will actually be live exclusively for AMC theaters. We have a lot to talk about. If you're new to the channel, hit that like button, thank you, and of course subscribe for daily videos. Let's get into it. Now, talking about AMC and where we stand out right now, we are at $7.62. Remember, AMC did have that 1-for-10 reverse stock split, which means if you had 10 shares, now you have 1. And with the dilution that we have seen, and with AMC converting those APE units and selling 40 million common stock shares, they have really been in a liquidity crunch. And what we've seen with AMC is really its valuation, and shareholders have been getting the short end of the stick, losing down, basically going about 90% in the last year. Where AMC now sits is at an interesting spot. They've raised about $325 million, and that's really good, especially here with the writer's strike that is going to be going through some negotiations here in the next upcoming week, and that could possibly be coming to an end. That could bring more bullish information and more updates for actual movies coming to AMC theaters. Now, going to the next piece of news, of course, is regarding that the SEC has actually charged Citadel for violating order marketing requirements for short sale regulations. Now, this fine is $7 million, and over the last 5 years, Citadel actually incorrectly marked over millions of orders improperly for a long versus short, leading to inaccurate data to regulators. So all the information that we've been trying to take and analyze has been marked wrong from Citadel, and they are facing justice, and this does bring justice to AMC. Now, especially what we do have with AMC down here is a large speculative play. If we take a quick look at some of the options here, especially options that'll be expiring, let's go here towards October 6th, you do have a decent amount of call options and put options around that current strike price. A little bit more actually on the puts down in here, the 6s. So right now, where we stand, retail and institutional investors are taking a bet that AMC will actually decrease in value here within the next few weeks. However, could this be a speculative play with the Taylor Swift tour ahead? Now, of course, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just giving information, doing research for you guys. So please do your own research when you are researching these types of stocks, and especially these speculative ones that have lost over 90% of their valuation in the last year. But where we sit, especially with this, is that Taylor Swift's movie, what's interesting, what separates it from other movies for AMC theater, the other big ones that we have seen that have brought lots of revenue to the theaters, such as Barbie movie, such as Oppenheimer, is that this is exclusively for AMC theaters, and Hollywood has actually been cut out of the deal, especially when they're on strike right now, and there's uncertainty with the writing and the directors that are happening within Hollywood, especially bringing movies to AMC theaters, is that the Taylor Swift family actually funded 100% of the movie. So great news there, especially as there's going to be a sort of confidence in large influx of revenue likely coming to AMC. Now, will they be able to smash revenue targets and have some short-term near exposure and opportunity for capital gains now that they do have cash liquidity on hand? Great movies that will be coming here within the next month, like the Taylor Swift tour, and would they be possibly posed to an increase in valuation? Now, specifically looking at analysts and where AMC sits right now for an average price is about $17. Now, we've seen high targets, especially about $45, and we've seen low targets that come down here to about $4, especially with many people not rating this as a buy at all. You are at a 100% speculative play. But if there is a little bit of exposure, like I said, to some of those revenue metrics coming from the Taylor Swift movie, and possibly the potential of more shorters that could be squeezed depending if there's an increase increase in valuation, then there could be possibly a small short squeeze like we talked about. However, that needs to be set up in a very specific situation, so don't ever count on something like that. And especially with all the YouTubers that say, hey, short squeeze next week, short squeeze next day, that is just all clickbait. And especially with the situation that we're in right now, I think it's more important to see if AMC is going to survive. Will AMC be able to outpace bankruptcy, and especially with the negative cash flow that we have seen right now, will there be enough people that return to the theaters? That's the most important thing. The most important thing for many businesses are the customers that are actually coming to purchase the products that the business is selling. What we're seeing here are the movies. Now, especially with the fundamentals of the company, we've had dilution in the stock, will they have to sell more stock down the line to even raise more capital to try to prevent that bankruptcy from happening in the future? And that's the big question, of course, that we'll be keeping an eye on. But of course, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out and have a great day.